These that we do first. The one with all the eight ones, or the other? Where's the other one?
Which one we called first?
The one that you on first.
Both. The
I
testimony
know we
is
joined them.
yes.
Calling case 2458043, people of the state of Michigan versus defendant number 2, Dante Tariq Wu. Defendant is charged in this case, count 1, homicide, murder, first degree premeditated. Count 2, assault with intent to murder. Count 3, assault with intent to murder. Count 4, assault with intent to murder. Count 5 through 9, felony firearm. Count 11, weapons, firearms, possession by prohibited person. Then it has the official fourth offense notice. Appearances for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Anna Vicker Stack on behalf of the people, P82215.
We got W.O. Culpepper for the defense, 23520.
Also, the record to call case 2457969, which has been joined with the original case number. That case, defendant is charged in count 1, homicide, murder, first degree premeditated. Count 2, weapons, firearms, possession by prohibited person. Count 3, 4, felony firearm. Defendant has the issue in the fourth offense notice. Both matters were joined and held in part on July 30th and continue to today. Are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, I was hoping, I did speak with Mr. Culpepper. I know we are on a tight time schedule today. We were in the middle of a police officer last time. I do have a civilian here today who was present last time, and he's missing a lot of work for this. I was hoping if we could call that civilian, just because he's been here, and then pick up with the police officer
Let's do
after.
that.
Okay, thank you, Judge. This time the people would call Alan Sutherland to the stand.
I was getting a lot of background noise. Sir, please give your name and spelling to the young lady seated there. Give me your name and spelling, sir. Alan Sutherland. Please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you, sir. Please have a seat. Get this box right next to me. Keep your voice up nice and loud and speaking to that microphone that gets you your left. That's the white. Maybe again with the praise.
Thank you, Judge. Can you please state your name for the record?
Alan Sutherland.
And Mr. Sutherland, what do you do for work?
I am a county.
All right. And back on June 8th of 2024, were you staying in the area of 18271 Ferguson in the city of Detroit, County of Wayne? All right.
Speaking to that microphone, sir. You can
Yes,
actually
that's in my
you
address.
can pick it up and put it in your lap. That's easier. Sorry.
And back around the time of June 8th through June 10th, did you have a text conversation with someone about fixing a car?
I believe some customer will be able, basically, yes, the customer.
Is it, Your Honor, is there any way he can remove his mask and drive it for just that?
Take a nice time.
Yes, I did fix a car for previous customer.
You're still sounding muffled. I'm sorry.
Here. What was the question, ma'am?
Did you have a conversation about fixing a vehicle?
Yes, I did.
All right, and would that have been a 2017 Chevrolet Impala?
Yes, it was.
All right, what type of work were you requested to do on that?
Front end damage.
And then in talking with this person, did there become a time where they no longer wanted that repair job?
Basically, in so many ways, he was saying that he wanted me to find the parts. The person wanted me to find the parts and I couldn't find the parts at the time.
So what happened after that?
Nothing, just sat down on the vehicle, basically the vehicle just sat on the lot.
Right. Did there become a point where this person asked you to try to scrap or sell the vehicle?
Not that I recall, I don't remember right now.
All right. And do you remember providing screenshots to the police officer of these conversations?
They got my phone and they looked at my pictures. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to approach with People's Exhibits 7 through 14. May I approach the witness?
Yes,
No objection to photos.
okay.
All right, I'm handing you People's Proposed Exhibits 7 through 14. You recognize what I handed you? Okay, what's the phone number you're communicating with there?
1-313-775-6006.
That's not correct.
0605.
So would the phone number
I'm
be?
sorry, I don't have to play record that phone.
1-313-775-0605.
Thank you.
And if you can look through all those pictures you have there, all right, now, the person that you're messaging with, did they eventually drop off this car to your home?
The person I was messaging didn't drop the vehicle off. It was somebody else who dropped the vehicle.
Okay, was the person you were messaging with in the vehicle when it was dropped off? Or present when it was dropped off?
It was not present at the house.
Okay, do you remember? Do you recall when the vehicle was dropped off at your home?
Not really. I believe it was, like, January, I think the beginning of the month, and before, I really can't remember. I believe it was in the beginning of the month.
Which? Like June?
Objection leading.
Yeah, June.
Sustained, only.
And I'm going to approach with People's Proposed Exhibit 15. May I approach the witness?
Right.
You recognize what I handed you?
Yes, that's my property.
Okay, and do you see the vehicle that was dropped off to you in that picture?
Yes, it is.
All right, where is it in that picture?
On my side lot.
All right,
Under what?
Side lot.
at this time, I move for the admission of People's Exhibit 15.
No objection.
Admit it. Sir, please take the mask off. Can't hear you.
May I approach the witness for People's Proposed 16?
Yes.
All right. Handing you People's Proposed 16. Do you recognize that?
Yes, we helping the person who dropped the vehicle off into another vehicle because he was handicapped.
Okay. How are you helping?
So I'm lifting him up
Okay. Why are you lifting him up?
to put him into the vehicle.
Was he able to walk?
No? The
Okay. Would you recognize this person if you saw them again?
person that dropped the vehicle off?
The person that you're hearing.
Yes.
Okay. Can you look around the courtroom and let me know if you recognize anyone in this courtroom?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Where is that person seated?
Sitting right there, the person who dropped the vehicle off.
Okay. Can you describe something they're wearing or color that they're wearing here?
Wearing a green.
All right. Would the record reflect the witness has identified the defendant in this case?
So,
Thank you. So you said this is the individual that dropped the vehicle off, is that correct?
This is the person that dropped the vehicle off, but not the person that texted me.
Okay, who are you texting with to the best of your knowledge?
It was another person, Thursday.
And in regard to the vehicle that was dropped off, did you put anything into or take anything out of that vehicle?
Only as I know of, it was parts that I took out the vehicle and can't really recall. There were a lot of vehicles.
Did you leave anything in the vehicle that you recall? Let me ask you a different question. Did you leave any firearms or firearm evidence in the vehicle?
No.
Now, at some point, do the police arrive to your home?
Yes, it did.
And what do they do when they arrive to your home?
Raided the house.
Did
A lot of things.
they take anything from your house?
My camera system for sure, and I believe the vehicle.
And are those pictures still shots from the camera system at your home?
Yes, it is.
Now, in regard to the vehicle that was dropped off, did it have any special modifications to the driving mechanics of the car? If you recall?
I know for sure I had those handles on there. 'Cause I had the little vehicle, that's what I had the handicap handles.
I can't hear you, I'm sorry.
Had the handicap handles on there.
Can you explain what that is? What the handicap are?
So you use the drive if you're handicapped.
Now, you indicated in the text messages are how you were communicating about fixing the car, correct?
Right.
Judge. People would move to admit people's exhibits 7 through 14 text messages.
and are those sunglasses? Hold up any objection? He said 1 second. He said 1 second.
Okay.
Admitted?
May I approach the witness?
Admitted?
All right, I'm approaching with people's proposed exhibit 17. All right, do you recognize that?
Yes, it's on the yard.
Okay, what's it a picture of?
The column.
Okay, is that the car that was dropped off?
Yes, it is.
All right, this time I move for the admission of people's exhibit 17.
Okay.
Admitted?
And permission to publish all of those to the court?
Yes. talking, folks.
I pass the witness.
Council Ben?
A couple of those photos have one.
Okay. Which one?
The ones with the timestamp.
I'm just give you everything.
Mr. Sampson? Okay. Mr. Sampson, as I recall, on direct examination, you indicated that you weren't sure what day this vehicle was dropped off.
Correct.
Is that correct? And you also said that, no, you said two things. But on direct examination, you said that the person who did send the text messages was not the same person who dropped off the vehicle. And
You gave me his name was Sutherland.
that's great.
I thought you said I thought you were saying Samson.
No, Southern.
Oh, my apologies.
That's okay. You looked at several picture photos that were handed to you, am I correct?
Yes, I did.
And those photos are from your stills from your camera.
They are.
And your camera's time indicates that these photos were taken, that these were moved at the time of June 9th at 4:45 p.m. Do you know that to be true?
I can't recall the time, the date, but it's on there, yes.
Do you know who you were texting with?
No, it was a dark skinned guy. I'm gonna fix this car a few times before.
Okay. How did you know it was him?
He always texts me and let me know.
Okay.
Fix his vehicle.
Do you know the defendant?
Him?
Yeah.
Just a person that brought me the car when I fixed it.
Okay. Now, you're a mechanic.
Yes, I am.
You said that this car was, you had handles that a handicapped person could drive.
Handles in the inside. Driver's side.
Can you take those handles out?
I mean, I believe you can.
Is it a hard process?
I don't think so.
Okay. So what I'm saying, as a mechanic, can you tell us that?
I don't think so.
As a mechanic, you can tell us that a car can be driven by a person who, special needs person one day and by someone who is normal the next day.
Yes, they can.
As of the first early part of June, had you had your camera and your phones, your house camera, seen by anybody?
No, I know it needs to get updated, but it never got updated.
When's the last time it had been updated before the police raided your home? If you can tell us.
Really, I can't remember. I know my brother installed those cameras. So he don't remember.
I mean, weeks, months,
Possible years.
years,
Years.
and it hadn't been updated since your brother installed.
Possible, yeah, it's true.
Thank you, Ken.
Can you redirect?
Okay, thank you.
Sir, I've never seen them before, these things that equips a handicapped person to be able to drive. But could a person who's not handicapped be able to operate the vehicle while that's in place?
Yes, you can. Definitely, I moved the vehicle too. Okay, I moved into my backyard. It's still not a handicap.
Okay. All right. Any questions based on my question?
No, sir.
Thank you, sir. You may step down. What time do you have to be out here? 12:30?
12:30 gives me an hour. I would like to leave here about 12:20, so it's gonna take a minute to get downstairs and get to the vehicle and get out.
Please.
Judge, at this time, the people would call Abdul Rahman Ahmad, who is,
Yes, sir. Second.
would you like me to reapproach with the exhibit?
Yes, please. I'm sorry. That's okay. Please give your name and spelling to the young lady seated over there.
My name is Abdul Rahman.
So the first name,
ABDUL.
A-D-D-U-L.
RH. MAN. Last name J.
Okay, so that's A-B-D-U-L-R-H.
RH.
Please raise your right hand, sir. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Excellent. Thank you, sir. Please have a seat for this one. Right up here. Make it great.
Thank you, Judge. Can you please state your name again for the record?
My name is Abdul Rahman Ahmad.
All right. And,
I'm sorry, I have a.
says-
No, I didn't hear his name out.
can you say your name again a little bit louder?
My name is Abdul Rahman Ahmad.
All right. And Mr. Ahmad, back on June 8th of 2024, were you in the area of West Warren Avenue and Southfield Highway Service Drive in the city of Detroit, County of Boone?
Yes.
All right, and were you there on foot or in a vehicle?
Vehicle.
Okay, what kind of vehicle?
It's a truck. Honda truck. Hyundai.
And who were you with?
Castle.
Where was he seated?
He was the driver.
Where were you seated?
Passenger.
Was there anyone else in the vehicle?
Yes.
Who else was in the
There
vehicle?
was two more people in the back seat.
Okay, do you know their names?
I know one of them. His name is Hussam. The other name, I don't know his real name, but they call him K.
Okay. All right. Now, where were you before you made it to the service drive? Were you at a location before this incident happened?
Objection, assumes the fact not in evidence.
Hold on a second.
I mean, it had to be somewhere before
Yeah,
it was
but
here.
But you were telling him where. I mean, I mean,
I asked him where it was.
I'll withdraw.
You can see.
Where were you before you made it to the service drive?
I was at home.
Okay, and at some point, do you go to a location in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Okay, what location is that?
I went to go meet up with Castle. Was it when can I say everything from like, the beginning of everything?
When do you first meet up with Cass?
I met with him on Warren, my hookah shop. I parked my car,
What time is this?
maybe around like 6, 7 o'clock.
Okay. You park your car and what happens next?
I parked my car, I jumped in a car with him. I seen him and his son. He tells me, let's take
Don't
off.
tell me what he says, but he tells you something and then you go somewhere?
Yes,
Where do you go after you talk with them?
Carnival.
To where?
Took us down to the carnival.
Okay, where do you go after that?
We went and dropped off his son to his mom's house.
Okay, where do you go after that?
We went to Roland and West Chicago after that.
Okay, where do you go after that?
We went back to Warren. Picked up, Kay and Hassan.
Okay, and where do you go after you pick them up?
We went back to West Chicago and Roland.
Okay, and do you know the address on Rutland Street?
No. I know the house is all West Chicago and Roland. I don't know the number.
Okay, and what do you do after you, about what time do you leave that Rutland house?
We left around like 9. It was like 9 o'clock.
Okay, and who all is in the car when you leave the Rutland house? And can you tell me where everyone's seated?
I was in a passenger. Cassim was the driver. Behind me was Kay, the guy named Kay, and behind Cassim was
And about how long do you think you were at that Rutland house?
20 minutes.
And you said you were at that Rutland house a previous time, correct?
What do you mean by that?
Earlier in the day?
Yeah, we went earlier in the day, then we went back again.
Okay. And where do you go after you leave that Rutland house the second time?
Where did we go? We went back to Warren.
And what, does something happen while you're driving or while the vehicle is driving?
We was driving, it was like kind of raining, it was dark. We took the exit 8, Warren, and we stopped on the traffic light, it was red light, we stopped in the middle.
And what
Car pulled-
happens after the car stops?
Car pulled up next to us, females in a car. Cass, he had his whole head outside the car, talking to the females, telling the females, hey, right,
Objection.
yeah, hey, right.
Just tell the truth or matter, sir.
What was that?
Show how the course of events unfolded.
I'm sorry, people are talking and I can't hear you.
I can ask you a different question. So, Kassam's talking to the females, correct?
Yes,
Okay, don't tell us what he says, but what happens while he's talking to the females?
after he talked to the females, the light turned green.
What happens next?
He hit the gas one time, and shots was fired.
Okay, how many shots do you hear?
A lot, more than 20.
More than 20. Can you tell where they're coming from?
I could tell right when I heard the first shot, I was ducking down. I didn't look at nobody, I didn't even look at Castle next to me. I was ducking down, screaming, go, go, go.
And what happens next?
He wasn't responding. So I opened my door, I'm trying to jump out. Then I looked for the first time to the side, and I see him laying dead.
Laying where? In the
In
vehicle?
the vehicle and passenger.
Okay.
He was dead.
Where was he seated when he was?
He was the driver. So when the shots was fired, I was looking down and I was telling him, go, 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 go. And I opened my door, I'm trying to jump out because the shooting didn't stop. It kept going. So when I was ducking down, I kept telling him, go, go, go. He wasn't listening. So I opened the door, I'm trying to jump out. I look, he was dead like a minute ago.
Alright, what do you do next?
What I do next, I close my door. I got on top of his body because I grew up with that kid, and I couldn't leave him. So his friends in the back seat jumped out. The first one that jumped out was Kate, opened the back door and jumped out. Then Osama stayed in the back seat. I jumped on top of Cass's body, trying to pull he's big, so I'm trying to pull my foot on the gas. So I forced my leg all the way over there by the gas. I hit the gas, I got on top of his thigh right here. And I kept going, because I kept going. He was still breathing. The guy in the back seat, Osama, was telling me, stop the car, stop the car. I didn't listen, I didn't look back. I'm going straight to the hospital,
Okay. And which hospital do you go to?
Beaumont Hospital.
May I approach the witness?
You may.
All right, I'm going to approach with people's proposed exhibits 4, 5, and 6. You take a look, or come and hold.
What do you want me to do?
Can you look through those?
Yes.
Do you recognize those pictures?
Yes.
Okay, what are those pictures of?
That's the car.
Okay, where's the car at that time?
At the emergency, I pulled up to the emergency with his body, and I hopped out, and I was screaming, help, help, help. And when I opened the door, he was still alive, and they came,
When you say they, who do you mean?
the people that worked in with ambulance and stuff. They came around, they checked his pulse, he wasn't responding.
Okay. Now, do those pictures that you have there fairly and accurately depict your vehicle at the hospital?
You mean?
Are those accurate? Is that what the car looked like when you were at
Yes.
the hospital?
Yes.
At this time, I'd move for the admission of people's exhibits 4, 5, and 6.
No objection.
Admitted.
I just have a moment, Judge. Do you know about what time you pulled up to the hospital?
Right away. I didn't stop, I kept going.
Would it still have been about 9 or 10 o'clock? Like,
Objection, leave.
Sustained.
may I approach the witness?
May.
I know further. All right, pass the witness.
Cross-examined.
No questions.
Thank you, sir. You may stay. Are we releasing this witness from the detention?
Yes, Judge.
All right. From the detention.
And Judge, permission to approach the people who are at the Judge, at this time, the people would call Detective Carlisi to the stand.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How many more witnesses do you have?
4. All police officers.
Yeah.
Or
Sir, please give your name and spelling to the court. Okay, right. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, great.
Thank you. Can you please state your name for the record?
Antonio Carlisi,
And how are you currently employed?
City of Detroit Police Department Homicide Unit.
And how long have you been employed in that capacity?
I've been with the City of Detroit 28 years. I've been with Homicide 12, 10, something like that.
All right. And do you work in a particular unit or group within Detroit Homicide?
So right now, my function is video recovery, video evidence.
All right. And were you working in that capacity back on June 12th of 2024?
Yes,
And back on June 12th of 2024, did you go to the location of 1814 Safety First County?
correct.
And what did you do at that location?
That location, I do believe, was to recover some video. But that location's video is stored across the street at again, 18142 Westmore. Same owner,
All right. Did you go to that location?
yes.
What do you do at that location?
That location, I recovered video from both locations, 18141 and 18142.
All right. What do you do after you recover those videos?
That, the videos are recovered, check the timestamps, download the videos, and then process the videos to, into a playable format for prosecutors, defense, and investigators to review.
All
Based
right.
on evidence.
Thank you. And did this particular video have any timestamp on it?
Yes.
Did you make any efforts to determine if that timestamp was accurate?
Looking back at my reports, that was a GeoVision system, and that timestamp was accurate to the world clock.
All right. Approach with People's Exhibit 23. May I approach the witness?
Okay.
Do you recognize this?
That video, yes.
Okay, what is this video?
That's the video from, I believe it was 1802, West Warren, showing the incident and the defendants, or the suspect vehicle and.
All right, and I'm gonna play a couple seconds. Does this video fairly and accurately reflect the video you extracted from this location or the location across the street?
Correct.
All right, at this time I move for the admission of People's Exhibit 23
For preliminary examination only, no objection.
Admitted.
and permission to publish.
Yes.
And for the record, I'm publishing People's Exhibit. I'm gonna pause the video for 49 seconds.
Can I see the shooting one more time?
Yes, Judge. For the record, I'm starting the video. So we're gonna pause the video. Really can play again?
No.
Okay. I have no further questions for this witness.
All right, thank you, sir. You may step.
Thank you.
This time, people will call Detective Sarah Markle to the stand.
Sarah,
Please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Good, yeah, you're ready.
Thank you. Can you please state your name for the record?
Yes, my name is Sarah Markle.
How are you currently employed?
I am a detective with the Detroit Police Department.
And are you with it, or how long have you been employed in that capacity?
I've been with the Detroit Police Department for 24 years and with our homicide unit for 7.
And do you work in any particular capacity within the homicide?
I do. My job in homicide is to do the phone extractions, which is basically a simple way of explaining it, making a copy of the contents within a cell.
And did you become involved in extracting some phone dumps in a Michigan State Police and Detroit Police Department case?
I did.
And I'm going to approach with people's 22. May I approach the witness?
Amen.
All right. Can you people's proposed exhibit 22, do you recognize the cover sheet that I handed you?
Yes.
Would this be a phone that you extracted?
Yes.
And can you explain what is the phone number associated with this device?
The phone number for this is 313-775-0605.
And what type of phone is this?
This was an iPhone. It was the model was an iPhone 12.
And can you explain the extraction process that you use for this particular device?
Yes, so I use a program called GrayKey. GrayKey is able to make that copy of the contents of the phone. And then from there, I use Cellbrite Physical Analyzer, which takes that copy and processes the data from within into a readable format for the officer in charge or the investigative team to read.
So it'd be fair to say you make an extraction and you pass that extraction on to the investigators, correct? And you indicated that report there, the cover sheet fairly and accurately reflects the phone you extracted in this case?
Correct.
Judge, I move for the admission of People's Exhibit 22.
Are you admitting the entire exhibit or just the cover sheet? I have no objection to the cover sheet.
Your objection to the fact.
Well, I'm that's that. Right now, he says you're only gonna ask for it.
What are we doing?
May I approach the witness?
Amen.
All right. Handing you People's Proposed Exhibit 22. How many pages are you holding?
This is one page.
Okay, would that be the page that summarizes the device information?
Correct.
All right. At this time, the people would move for the admission of People's 22.
No objection.
Admitted.
I have no further questions.
No question.
Thank you, Ms. Smith.
Thank you.
At this time, the people will call Detective Maxon to the stand.
Maxon.
She's the officer in charge. She's the officer in charge of the keys there.
Please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, when you're ready.
Thank you. Can you please state your name for the record?
Detective Haley Maxon,
And how are you currently employed?
City of Detroit, Detroit Police Department.
And how long have you been employed in that capacity?
A little over 5 years now.
All right. And do you work with a particular unit or group within the Detroit Police Department?
Yes, I'm under major crimes homicide section.
All right. And how long have you been employed in that capacity?
Going on a year now in September.
All right. Now did you become involved in the investigation of a shooting back on June 8th of 2024 in the area of Westbourne Avenue and Southfield Highway Service Drive in the city of Detroit County?
Yes, I was assigned as the officer in charge of that investigation.
Okay. And in the course of your role as the officer in charge in that investigation, did you review any phone extractions that were procured in this case?
Yes, I did.
All right. I'm going to approach the People's Exhibit 22 and 24. May I approach the witness?
Ma'am.
All right, I'm approaching with People's Exhibit 22 and 24. You recognize what I've handed you?
Yes, I do.
What have I handed you?
The cell phone extraction of the phone that was recovered from the defendant.
All right. And if you recall, where was that cell phone recovered from?
I do not, I just know it was recovered from the arrest.
Whose arrest?
Michigan State Police.
I'm sorry, which person that was under arrest?
Dante Moody.
Thank you. Okay. Now, did you have the opportunity to review the phone dump that's listed in People's Exhibit 22?
Yes, I have. I'm still going through it, but I have reviewed it, yes.
All right. And would it be fair to say you're holding People's Proposed Exhibit 24, which includes what's included in People's Proposed 24?
This is the iCloud account associated with that phone, text messages, photographs that were sent in the text messages. And that's all I see here right now.
All right. Now, did you have the opportunity you said you reviewed the phone extraction, correct?
Correct.
Are the items that are contained in People's Exhibit 24, did those come from the phone extraction listed in People's Exhibit 22?
Yes, ma'am, they did.
At this time, I move for the admission of People's Exhibit 24.
As the officer indicates, she hasn't had a chance to go through all of them, neither have I. And so with regard to that, I mean, the cover sheet, I have no problem. But I don't know what all the items that are contained in the iCloud. I have an idea of what iCloud means, but how many things in that, whether or not they're relevant to this case or not, I can't say. So at this point in time, I would object to the admission of.
And your basis of the objection is that you haven't had a chance to go through?
I haven't had a chance.
That's not a basis to object.
Yes, it is.
It's not. That's not my problem.
I disagree with you.
You had an opportunity, you received it in discovery.
Yes.
Okay, so if you didn't go through it, that's not my problem.
Do your thing, Jim.
All right. We will admit.
Thank you, Judge. Now,
And I also note that I have gone through this particular exhibit. I meant the cell phone as a whole, because there's thousands upon thousands of records.
same. It would be fair to say the portion that you have here in People's 24, it's not the entire phone dump, correct?
Correct.
So you didn't access the phone dump.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to direct your attention to page 3, page 7, I suppose, of the. You explain. Well, I'm sorry, I'm going to start on page 1 of that text conversation. Can you read for us the conversation indicating a message that's sent and a message that is received?
Do you prefer me to read it verbatim, just one by one?
Just sent message, received message.
Okay, so this is the first sent message.
And I'm sorry, Judge, permission to publish People's Exhibit 24 for the court.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the first sent message from the cell phone number of 313-775-0605. Hey, what's going on? I'm interested in the navy blue Chevy Impala you have for sale. Next one, this is a message received from 586-339-2593. Come look at it, it's still available if you'd like to look at it. Next message, from the same number, the 586 number, was an image of a business card. Sent message from the 313 number, my credit isn't all that I can put down, 2,000 to 4,000. The received message, okay, no problem, fill out the application, I will try to work on that. I will let you know, I will send you the website for the finance. Another message from the 586, for financing, go to our website and fill out the info app, www.fabautosales.com. The 313 number sent, I submit it, Dante Moody. Message from the 586 number, I got it, I will let you know, give me about an hour or an hour and a half. Can you send me your recent pay stub and your driver's license in front and back as a picture, please? Message sent from this phone, 313. Okay, cool, I need a good, reliable car to get me back and forth to therapy and work. I have a landscaping business, I get paid by Apple Pay, Cash, and Cash App. I get disability every month. I can put my car in auto pay with you to pay note if needed. 586 number sent, so just send me your driver's license front and back, please. This is the image sent from this phone, the 313 number, which is a front and back picture of Dante Moody driver's license, Michigan driver's license.
Stop there. And do you see the picture that's on the screen?
Yes,
Is that the driver's license that's contained in that message string?
yes it is.
And whose driver's license is that?
Dante Moody.
Now, I'm going to direct your attention to page 24 in that packet.
It doesn't have a number on it.
I'm going to direct you to the picture that's on the screen of the TV.
Yes, I have it.
All right, was that picture contained in the phone dump?
Yes, it was.
All right, and were you also able to look at the data associated with that picture?
Yes, I was.
All right, what's the date and time associated with that picture?
That was took on June 8th, 2024 at 6:10 p.m.
Speaker staff, how much further do you have to go? Tell Congressman Culpepper. Appreciate it. All right. Okay, let's grab the date real quick. Okay, when do you leave town again? I leave town on the 11th. Which is Monday. I mean, that's the Sunday. You don't have farm to though, right? Finish up this business.
And then there's a phone mapping witness, and then, well, the witness we did half of with the geofence search warrant.
With all fairness, Your Honor, my Thursday and Friday are tied up, trying to sort everything out before I get out of here.
About tomorrow.
Tomorrow I'm busy as well, tomorrow I'm in Oakland
Fit
County,
me in, Mr. Colbert.
sir,
Not to fit me in.
can't fit you in tomorrow, chief. Okay, I got
Thursday or Friday.
I've got Friday, I'm in out of town on another case. I just don't have it, this week is gone. Sorry, that's not good.
You going up to Flint today? We're going up to Flint today?
Going to Ann Arbor.
Ann Arbor. You have a trial in Ann Arbor?
No, sir, I got a long sentencing fight,
On six.
long sentencing argument.
Citizen King. That.
Judge, I wouldn't tell you it was long if it had been short. And what can I tell you? You get to Ann Arbor, it's just a slow walk. That's why I want to be there as on time as I can be. So I won't have to be after 4 o'clock.
Have to be there at 1:30.
It's be here at 1:30, and I cannot tell you what time I'm gonna get done. They put everything on one day.
What time does your day start tomorrow?
8:30.
And ends?
I don't know. I've got to leave here. I've got matters in 36th Street Court. I've got matters in Frank Murphy. And I've got matters in Oakland County Circuit.
Right.
I have the civil matters. Arbitration in front of Judge James. Yesterday I started at 1 o'clock. I thought I'd be done at 2. We got done at 4:30.
Tomorrow morning, Friday morning?
That's Friday morning. I can't say about Friday afternoon. I have nothing at this point scheduled after that arbitration.
That starts at what time?
Start at 10 o'clock.
Let's say Friday afternoon.
I'll try, Judge.
Because I want to get this done.
Judge,
I can tell.
I also want to get it done, but I think the witness is saying she's not available Friday.
I start my furlough, sir, on Thursday.
How much further we have to go?
I think there's 3 or 4 different pictures and then the data associated, the metadata of the pictures and then.
Excuse me, Judge.
I'll come back then.
Still about 10 minutes. That makes me late. If we can finish her up, just
Try
shoot on the hour.
to do this Friday afternoon. Okay, go ahead.
Going to direct your attention,
Oh, so I drive real fast. I think I'm easy.
I'm gonna direct your attention to the next picture after what we just looked at.
This is the image that shows the date and time that we're referring to.
Give me 1 second. Could the court let me in on Zoom? I don't think. All right, for the record, I'm publishing was exhibit 24. All right, is this picture on the screen contained in your packet?
Yeah, that's the paper, so yes.
All right, and can you explain to us the data that's associated with that picture, specifically the date and time?
I'm not sure which order you have this in, I'm sorry.
May I approach the witness?
Okay.
This photo was taken on June 8th, 2024 at 6:21:15 p.m.
All right, and I'm going to direct your attention back to the photo. Does there appear to be a person seated in the driver's seat? Or I'm sorry, does there appear to be a person in the vehicle in this picture?
Yes,
Where are they seated?
in the driver's seat.
All right, thank you. What was the date and time associated with this picture again?
June 8th, 2024, 6:21:15 p.m.
And I'm going to direct your attention to the second to last page in the packet. All right, can you explain what we're looking at here, please?
So this is a series of pictures of that Impala under images in the extraction. And these photos were taken June 8th, 2024, all at 6:21 p.m.
And I'm going to direct your attention to the last page of the packet. And this is a picture that was previously in the extraction packet, correct?
Correct.
All right, when is the next access date and time for this picture?
So this image was created 6/8/24, 9:45 p.m. and it was accessed at 6/8/24, 9:45 p.m.
Thank you. And pass the witness.
Cross examine.
No question.
All right, thank you. You may step. All right, so, can you go? Yes. So, we're gonna do Friday afternoon, it's 2 o'clock, say,
I'll try, like I said. I will try.
you need a ride?
I will try.
And I said, you need a ride, and I'm
If you had any issue with me during this case, of me making every effort to be here, you asked me, have you?
No,
I said,
I'm asking, do you need a ride to Ann Arbor?
oh, I have a car waiting on me downstairs.
Oh, do you? Okay, 'cause I drive fast, I can get you there.
I appreciate that.
All right, I was serious too. I wasn't playing.
It's already been done.
All right, so Gentlemen's Park continued to August 9th at 2 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated. Please remain, court is still in session.
Give me your exhibits back.